Today we have a big one. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a speed reviews, which is a series on my channel where after I've tried a product, I put it in my speed reviews drawer and then I continue to use that product in multiple ways with multiple wear tests and multiple other products before I give you my final opinion in my speed reviews video. So all of these, I've taken the time to really get to know the product. And we have a little bit of a theme today. I am going to be speed reviewing 40 new products that I've tried from Sephora. Now, at this point, a number of these aren't brand new, but we also do have some brand new products. I've been testing a lot from Sephora lately. There's been like little launches here and there, and it has accumulated to a lot of products, and some, for some reason, have been sitting in my speed reviews drawer for a long time. I feel like I've talked about these products so much at this point that you'll know what to expect from some of them. But let's go ahead and get into it. The first product that I have is from Nudestix. It's the Nude Glow Peptide Serum. Now, this is a skincare product. I don't really do much with skincare in my speed reviews, but I've been using this prior to my makeup. Now, this is supposed to brighten, clarify, plump, and smooth. And since it's a skincare product, it is a product that needs to be continually used. And I do feel like after using this most days before I do my makeup that my skin looks a little brighter and feels a little firmer. However, I cannot confirm it. I just feel that way. Anyways, I really love Nudestix. Skincare, in my opinion, isn't their best work. I think their best work is in their cream products, but I've been enjoying this as a layer in my skincare routine, only really on days that I'm sitting at my makeup desk, but it's been really nice. I have an SPF from Murad that I've been using. It's the Environmental Shield Multivitamin Clear Coat Spectrum. Now, this is a very silicone-y kind of SPF. I don't really like this under makeup because I feel like the makeup moves when I wear this because it continues to just feel really slippy and slidey on the skin. That being said, it does feel nice and hydrating, and it's not thick and sticky like a lotion. So while it's not thick and sticky, it is a little bit slicky. So I don't like it under makeup. However, on either really light makeup days where I'm wearing very minimal makeup or I'm just going for a walk outside, I just want to throw something on, I do really like how this feels on my face alone. I have this new makeup primer from Milk Makeup. It is their Cloud Glow. It is a little gimmicky. I feel like the products that Nudestix has been launching has been more gimmick than like thoughtfully put out. That being said, so this comes out in a foam, almost like a hand wash, and then when you press it into the skin, it becomes more watery. This is nice. It adds a nice glow to the skin and it's hydrating, but it's not too hydrating and it's not too glowy, so it doesn't affect the wear of the makeup. I think, you know, you're just as fine using a moisturizer for your base, but if you like something refreshing, you want a little extra hit of hydration, maybe it's been a while since you've applied your moisturizer, in that case, I did enjoy this. I also think this would be great for oily skin because it is really light on the skin. It's not going to be heavy like a lot of other hydrating like primers on oily skin. I also have this from Glow Recipe. This is the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops in the shade Sun Glow. I love the formula here, but the color, it really shears out to be almost nothing. If you have the original watermelon one, you're fine with just sticking with that one because that one gives a little bit of a glow and this one gives a glow too, but the point of purchasing this is to give a little bit of a bronzy base here, and I don't get that from this. It literally just blends right out and it looks quite intense when you first pump it. The second it gets blended out, that kind of goes away. So you can purchase one or the other, but there is no point in purchasing both because they're both pretty sheer colors. But the formulation itself is very nice, very hydrating, very glowy. So still a great base before makeup, but the whole advertisement was the new color and I'm like, she doesn't give much. This next product is one where I'm like, okay, I've definitely talked about that so much. I don't know how it hasn't been in a speed reviews yet because I have had my opinion set on this foundation pretty much from the first time I put it on my face. It's the Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Naturally Luminous Longwear Foundation. To be frank, this is like my favorite foundation right now. It's not like my favorite foundation, it is my favorite foundation right now. It's a really buttery blend. It has a natural finish to it. It blurs over pores. It wears a long time. It looks really natural, but it still gives a good medium coverage. This is the poster child for all of the things I want in a foundation. And you know, most of my favorite foundations, they're on the luxury front. This is, I'm not saying it's cheap, but I'll throw down some money for a good foundation from the luxury market because I feel like they have that luxury touch in the finish that other brands and price points can't replicate. This is giving a luxury finish at a high-end price point. So I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's cheaper than Tom Ford. Anyways, I love this foundation. Also, what I've been testing is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Natural Matte. Now, I think they reformulated this because there was a matte CC cream before, and I enjoyed that one, and I enjoyed this one as well. I will say less is more with this product. It can look a little heavy at the end of the day if I over apply this, but if I keep this as a relatively thin or like normal layer on this skin, it is matte, but I do think it can conform with other products that you pair it with. You know, it just kind of meshes together, so you don't have to have a matte base with this. But I really like the original CC cream. I think I like the original CC cream more, but I do have dry skin, so that would explain it. But if you feel like the original was a little too shiny for you and you have oily skin, I do recommend the matte. I think this is really nice. I used the matte before it was reformulated and I loved it. I don't know if they're any different, but I do like it. And then another one where I'm like, how has this not been in a speed reviews? This is from Natasha Denona. I feel like makeup moves so fast. Nobody's talking about this anymore. But this is the High Glam Powder Foundation. Powder Foundation is the product that I try to make happen, but you know, people will like it and then they'll forget about it. I love this powder foundation. It's one of my new favorites. I don't know that it's as good as my favorite Makeup Forever, but it's really close, really competitive. You'd be shocked with how much coverage you can get from a powder foundation. This gives almost up to full, and powder foundation is a great time to break out in the summer. I'm just saying. Not on a super sweaty day, but if you're going to be out and about, a powder foundation is the way to go in the summer. I've also been using these color correctors from Cali Ray. They're the Hideaway Brightening and Hydrating Under Eye Serum. They remind me a lot of the Physicians Formula Butter Glow color correctors that I've been using, but a little bit better because these have a lighter coverage like the Physicians Formula and a hydration level to them and a glow to them. But what I didn't like about the Physicians Formula is I felt like the color just wiped away. These actually hold a little bit of color on the face, so there's a little bit more of a point to this. So if you're looking for a hydrating under eye corrector, I do recommend these. If you're looking for something more on the sheer side, if you don't need intense color correction, these are worth a look. If you need that hydration and you are okay with it being more on the sheer side, these are pretty nice. Laura Mercier Translucent Pressed Setting Powder, Ultra Blur is what they say. This is not as good as the loose setting powder in my opinion. I think it looks a little bit dry. It doesn't set the makeup in once stamped on quite like the loose powder. There's other powders that I would grab for over this. It's not a bad product, but it's not a good one. It just looks a little dry on my skin. And then One Size launched a new color. Well, they launched multiple colors, but this is the one that was made for lighter skin of their Ultimate Setting Powder. And the new shade for me that I kept was Ultra Peach. But unfortunately, it was still a little too dark on me. They have other shades to accommodate me, so maybe it's not that unfortunate. But if you do have my skin tone, Ultra Peach, not your color, a bit too dark, I think this would be beautiful on medium complexions and brightening on the deeper set of medium complexions. It does have a pretty peach tone to it. This is a little bit of a drying powder. This is like a heavy duty powder for me. I'll wear this on a long day in the sun if I really need to set the makeup in. But on a day that I'm mostly indoors, this can be a little bit heavy on my skin and drying on my skin because I do have dry skin. but I think this is an oily girl's savior, so keep that in mind. Bronzers. We have quite a few. Summer is here, so 'tis the season for bronzer. Large number of cream bronzers. The first one I want to talk about is from Glossier. These are the Cloud Paint Seamless Cheek colors. These are exactly what you would expect them to be if you're familiar with the Cloud Paint blushes from them. They're sheer, easy to work out, give a glow, hydrating, not too intense. So if that's your vibe, the Glossier vibe, this embodies that. So no surprises here. It's nice that they extended the range to bronzers because they needed to. These are nice. We also have the Saie Dew Bronze. I'm a little bit more of a fan to the Saie Dew Bronze than I am the Glossier because I think these give a little bit more pigment that stick to the skin. These do have a glow to them, but they're not quite as glowy as the blush, so it's not unflattering if you have a little bit of, sometimes I feel like a shimmery bronzer. There's fine lines that I don't even know really exist, but a glowy bronzer will emphasize them for some reason. These might have that dewy finish to them, but they don't emphasize that, and they're super easy to work out. Of the liquid formulas I have here, this is my favorite. There's a couple cream formulas, well, one cream formula that's competitive with this, but liquid itself, these are my favorite in today's video. Gel. Gel is the word I was looking for. Then we have the new Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serums. Now, this is a serum, and I think there's been a lot of mixed opinions about this, and let me tell you why. If you're wearing a face with coverage, thicker foundation, this is like water. They don't really go well together. It will look ill-fitting. It can look a little splotchy. What I like to utilize this product for is either with something really light, like a tinted moisturizer. Not a lot of liquid bronzers can look good on bare skin. So for me, there is a place for this in my routine. If you're a full coverage girl, do not buy this. It's very, very sheer, very thin, will look funky on top of foundation. So this might not be your jam. If you don't like that this isn't versatile with what you compare it with, don't pick this up. But if you do like really light face makeup, or you like to apply a really nice shadow on the outskirts of the face, even when you don't really have anything on, just to get some color and definition there, I think you will really enjoy these. I've actually liked these a lot. There's been a lot of opportunities that I've worn this, and I was worried that there wouldn't be, since I am a bit restricted with how I can use this. It's not a perfect product, but it fits into my routine very nicely. And then the last cream bronzer that I have is so delicious. From Too Faced, these are their Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Sticks. Very pigmented, be careful. I have the shade Chocolate Souffle, that's the one that I use. I have a couple, but Chocolate Souffle has been the one that I use the most. It's similar to the LYS, a little bit less slick than the LYS, but same level of pigmentation and very easy to work out. I have loved using this. I wish the chocolate smell was a bit stronger. I'm obnoxious. I like a strong fragrance, especially if it's supposed to smell like chocolate. Wipe me out. Make me drunk off this chocolate smell, but it's very subtle. So I'm sure some of you are happy about that. But it's thick and it's pigmented, but it does work out easily. I can see some people not liking this. This is not for a natural person. If you like coverage, you like pigment, you want a stronger bronzer, this will be for you. Super easy to use too. Just use a light hand with these. I really, really like these though. And then the last bronzer that I have is in the powder family. It's newer to me, but I mean, I already know what I think about it, so I'm throwing it in this video. It's the new YSL All Hours Hyper Bronze. Super expensive bronzer. I'm not telling you need to spend like $60 on a bronzer. The drugstore has great options, but this ain't my first rodeo with an expensive luxury bronzer, because I like a good expensive bronzer. One thing that I think is really nice about the range, the 01 shade, if you're very, very fair and you struggle to find a bronzer that doesn't look orange or isn't too dark and splotchy looking, this is a great color for fair skin. I would consider putting this in my kit if I was still into bridal. For myself, I like the shade number 2. This is a silky bronzer. It's super lightweight, but it will still deposit pigment. It's not scared of pigment, but it is really sheer. It's easily buildable, and it glides like butter on the skin. Minimal fallout, just pure silk. It's $60, but like I can tell, it's just got that specialness to it. So you don't need it, but if you want to treat yourself, oof, it's a good one. Moving into cream slash liquid blushes, you know there has been a craze of them this year. Oh my god. Last year too, honestly. But yeah, hasn't slowed down. So first one, this is an all cream palette of all types of colors. These have finally had their moment. This is the new color of the Makeup Forever HD Skin Essentials face palette. They launched a couple other colors for different complexions. I have the lighter one. Well, they launched one other one. But anyways, this is part of the couple. You can pretty much get a full cream face done with this. You can mix these to be concealers, bronzers, foundations, contours, blushers, highlighters. If you like to be told what to do with cosmetics, you don't want to have to mix and match, this won't be for you. I honestly like to be told what to do. I can mix this to do my full face. Sometimes I don't want to though. So I'm not the candidate for this product, but these are such good quality products. I find myself dipping into these often. I have a couple other shades. That's why I'm talking plural here. So this one is my least used because it's the newest one, but I have a couple others, and I literally keep these beside my filming desk because if I just need a little bit of oomph, like if my concealer that I put on is a little dark, I'll take some of this with my finger to brighten it up. Same thing with blush, bronzer, contour. It's a really great, creamy, easy to blend, easy to use formula. Definitely bring some powders if you're going to travel with this because it's not a powder that sets down, so it will stay creamy. You have to touch up with this. But what a versatile little palette. It's on the pricey side, but I think it's worth it. I use mine all the time for just little fixes and touch-ups here and there. This next product, I guess it is in the highlight family, but I purchased it because I wanted to use it as a blush. From Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin line, it's the Blurring Balm Powder Low Lighter. And I love how innovative Danessa Myricks line is. I love how she really plays around with textures and just does different things with makeup, really thinks outside the box, and as a consumer, she makes you think about how versatile makeup can be and how it doesn't need to fit the mold. Anyways, my little rant kissing Danessa Myricks' butt. This product though, I'm not in love with it. I'm really not. If you're gonna get a blush, just get the regular Yummy Skin blushes. Those are good. This was intriguing to me because she said it was like a highlighter. It's a low lighter, but it blurs. It doesn't blur. It doesn't look smooth on my cheek. It's a little unflattering, dare I say. It's not terrible. I mean, I've used this as blush on really natural summer makeup days, and it does look really pretty, but you know, now that this is no longer in my speed reviews drawer, I can tell you I'm probably not going to use this very often. It's not a product worth repurchasing any colors for. It doesn't really add anything to my routine. So I'm like, about this. I do have a little bit of an update, not a good one, on the Lawless Pinch My Cheek Soft Blur Cream Blush. Really excited about this. I love Lawless Lips products. I just felt like I had a feeling that they could do really good with blush. So they came out with these, and they're more unique than the other launches coming out because they have like a soft velvet dry down to them. However, it can be a little splotchy. Most of the time, these are fine. They take a lot of building up, I would say. They like kind of dry onto the skin really fast, so I have to keep blending and building the product. And most times these are great, but I have had a few occasions where these wouldn't build up on a specific spot and it just looked splotchy, and I can't explain why. There's no reason for it. So these are okay, but at this point there are so many good cream blush products out there. Not even just at Sephora, though there are 1,000,001 good ones at Sephora, but there's also a bunch of good ones at the drugstore as well. So if I'm taking you to Sephora, I'm not leading you in the direction of these. Like, they're not bad, but you can do better. These are kind of newish to Sephora. They've been around for a little bit of time now, but definitely new to me. These are the Bosma cream blushes. Now comparing these to the Lawless, they have a little bit more glow, more bounce to them. Beautiful product. Packaging, I'm like always not able to find a way to get these to open. I can never slide them in the right direction. Really pretty, solid formula. Again, are anything groundbreaking? No. Can you get this at the drugstore? Yeah. Can you get this at other brands at Sephora? Yeah. But it's a nice formula. It's not too pigmented. It's buildable, so you're not gonna get too much color right there all at once if you accidentally are a little too heavy-handed. And the glow it leaves behind is pretty. It has good longevity, but if you want even better longevity, since it's not a formula that sets down, set with a powder blush over top. Really good. I like these better than the Lawless. Okay guys, you are going to hate me. We're on the last product for this part. We're finishing off part 1 on a liquid blush, but we still have more blushes. We're still finishing the complexion in part 2, but we've hit the halfway point. I'm going to finish with the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tints. These are very, very sheer. I wish they had a little bit more color to them. Now it fits in seamlessly with the Luminous Silk line, which tends to have more sheer products, so it fits right in. But I personally would like this to have a little bit more pigment, so it needs pretty built up, like a few layers on my skin, but it's not disruptive to powder. It blends out really nice. It's a good quality product, just too sheer for my preferences, but I like it a lot, and it is a product that I think I'm going to continue to use. And that's all I have for part 1. I'm going to continue tomorrow when I post part 2. We're still finishing up with blushes, then we'll move into all of the lips, the lip glosses, the lip oils. There's still so much to talk about, so make sure you guys hang tight. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I will always update you on every single product that I try in my speed reviews videos. So I will catch you guys tomorrow.